Imagine a community living in a land far from their ancestral home. They hold on to fragments of ancient traditions, their origins shrouded in mystery. This is the story of the Bene Israel, a community in India who have long identified as descendants of the Israelites. For centuries, their claims were based on oral history and religious practices. They told tales of shipwrecks and survival, passed down through generations. But in the age of genetics, a new chapter unfolded, offering a fascinating glimpse into their past. Could science confirm their ancestral ties to the Jewish people? The answer, as with many things in life, is not so simple. It is a story of scientific discovery intertwined with cultural identity and social perceptions. It highlights how our understanding of ourselves is constantly evolving in light of new information. Enter the Cohen Modal Haplotype, or CMH, a particular genetic marker found predominantly among men who identify as Jewish priests, known as Kohanim. The discovery of the CMH sent ripples through the world of genetics and anthropology. It offered a tangible link to ancient lineages, a way to trace ancestry through the corridors of time. Studies revealed that a significant percentage of Bene Israel men also carry the CMH. This was a pivotal finding. It provided compelling evidence, suggesting a shared ancestry with other Jewish populations. The CMH became a genetic thread connecting the Bene Israel to a broader Jewish narrative, spanning continents and millennia. However, genetics is rarely black and white. The presence of the CMH alone does not tell the whole story. It's important to remember that genes are complex, and their interpretation requires careful consideration. News of the genetic findings spread like wildfire, fueled by media headlines proclaiming the lost tribe of Israel found. The story captured the imagination of many, sparking curiosity and debate. Was this the missing link confirming ancient narratives? Or was it a simplification of a complex historical and genetic puzzle? Within the Bene Israel community, reactions were mixed. Some embraced the findings as validation of their long-held beliefs, a scientific affirmation of their ancestral ties. Others met the news with caution, wary of having their identities solely defined by genetics. They emphasized the importance of cultural continuity and religious practices that had sustained them for centuries. The media attention, while bringing visibility to the Bene Israel, also risked reducing their rich history and cultural diversity to a single genetic marker. It underscored the need for nuanced storytelling, one that acknowledges the limitations of scientific data and respects the lived experiences of communities. The Bene Israel story brings to light the double-edged sword of identity. On one hand, genetic discoveries can provide a sense of belonging, connecting individuals to a larger historical narrative. They can offer tangible evidence for oral histories and cultural practices passed down through generations. On the other hand, defining identity solely based on genetics can be reductive and exclusionary. It ignores the complex interplay of culture, religion, and lived experience that shapes who we are. It also raises questions about who gets to define belonging and how genetic information is used to include or exclude individuals from specific groups. The Bene Israel story is a reminder that identity is not a fixed entity determined solely by our genes. It is a fluid and multifaceted concept shaped by a complex interplay of factors, both internal and external. Section 5. Genetics and social status. A complex interplay. The discovery of the CMH among the Bene Israel also ignited discussions about the relationship between genetics and social status. In some cultures, lineage plays a crucial role in determining social standing and access to power. The presence of specific genetic markers can elevate or diminish an individual's position within a community. In the case of the Bene Israel, the genetic findings intersected with existing social hierarchies within both the Jewish and Indian contexts. Some argued that the CMH provided a basis for greater recognition and acceptance within the Jewish world. Others expressed concerns about reinforcing existing power dynamics and potentially marginalizing groups based on genetic ancestry. The intersection of genetics and social status is fraught with ethical complexities. it raises questions about fairness, equality, and the potential for discrimination based on genetic information. Section 6. Navigating Identity in a Globalized World. The Bene Israel's genetic journey unfolds against the backdrop of globalization, where borders are increasingly porous and identities are fluid and multifaceted. People are constantly on the move, carrying their cultures and traditions with them, creating a rich tapestry of human experience. In this context, genetics can provide a sense of rootedness, a connection to a distant past in a rapidly changing world. Yet it's crucial to remember that identity is not a zero-sum game. Embracing one aspect of one's heritage does not diminish the significance of other cultural influences that have shaped an individual's life. The Bene Israel story encourages us to think critically about how we navigate identity in a globalized world, recognizing both the unifying potential and the potential pitfalls of using genetics as a primary marker of belonging. Throughout history, storytelling has been instrumental in shaping our understanding of ourselves and the world around us. It allows us to connect with others, share experiences, and transmit knowledge across generations. In the case of the Bene Israel, their oral histories, passed down through centuries, played a vital role in preserving their identity and sense of belonging. The advent of genetic testing has added another layer to their story, providing scientific evidence that complements and complicates their existing narratives. It underscores the importance of weaving together different sources of knowledge, scientific data with cultural memory, to create a more comprehensive and nuanced understanding of the past. The Bene Israel story highlights the power of storytelling in shaping identity and preserving cultural memory. It encourages us to embrace the richness and complexity of human experience, recognizing that our stories are constantly being written and rewritten in light of new discoveries and evolving perspectives. While genetics can offer valuable insights into our ancestry, it's crucial to remember that it is only one piece of the puzzle. Culture, tradition, language, and shared experiences play equally significant roles in shaping individual and collective identities. The Bene Israel, for example, developed their own unique cultural practices and traditions while living in India, distinct from other Jewish communities around the world. These cultural adaptations, shaped by their local environment and interactions with other communities, are integral to their identity. To focus solely on their genetic connection to other Jewish populations would be to overlook the richness and diversity of their lived experiences in India. The Bene Israel story reminds us that identity is a tapestry woven from multiple threads, with genetics representing just one strand. It's the interplay of these various elements that creates the vibrant and multifaceted nature of human identity. As we move further into the 21st century, our understanding of identity continues to evolve. The rise of globalization, increased migration, and advancements in technology are blurring traditional boundaries and challenging long-held assumptions about race, ethnicity, and belonging. In this context, the Bene Israel story serves as a valuable case study, highlighting the fluidity and multifaceted nature of identity in a rapidly changing world. It encourages us to move beyond simplistic definitions and embrace the complexity of human experience. The future of identity is likely to be characterized by greater fluidity, hybridity, and self-definition. As individuals have access to more information about their ancestry and cultural heritage, they will be empowered to embrace multiple identities, challenge existing social norms, and create new forms of belonging. The genetic journey of the Bene Israel offers a fascinating glimpse into the complex interplay of science, culture, and identity. Their story reminds us that while genetics can provide valuable insights into our ancestry, it's crucial to approach such discoveries with nuance and sensitivity, recognizing the limitations of scientific data and respecting the lived experiences of communities. As we continue to unravel the mysteries of our genetic makeup, we must remember that identity is not solely determined by our genes. It is a complex and evolving tapestry woven from multiple threads, including culture, tradition, personal experiences, and individual choices. The Bene Israel story encourages us to embrace the tapestry of humanity in all its complexity and richness. It's a reminder that our shared human experience is far more profound and meaningful than any single genetic marker or cultural boundary. By acknowledging and celebrating our differences, we can create a more inclusive and compassionate world for all.